Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Or something to try to kill the gameplay like an Aurelia. The Kayle,
okay.
the Kingen's Kayle does come through here.
That's not going to be a lot of early power in the lane.
Nope, and as we've seen basically every blue side game, you have early prio, you will get the first Drake around 3-6.
Here's an aggressive trade as Def does have his flash available. He heals, avoids the stun, as now Ghost in a bit of trouble. Beryl looking for it. Zenith Blade goes through. He's looking for the first blood, but he doesn't quite get there. Now Pyosik chasing as he manages to grab the kill onto the Draven, but that is not before the kill does come through. It wasn't Draven that picked it up, and Pyosik will be traded for, and it's BDD that collects that kill as well. Nongshim, great position after that one.
Zeka not going to...
Extra investment from DRX is there. Whirling Death available from Ghost, so he can at least get a bit of extra damage there as Pyosik picks up the Herald, the eye collected by Kingen as well, but the fight has broken out. Beryl dives right into the middle of everyone as Effort puts up the door, but it's not going to quite be enough. Draven cashes out what little stacks he has remaining as BDD tries to find the ult, but he doesn't get it. Pyosik avoids it with the ulti from the Kayle, and now DRX are trying to win the fight. It's a flash forward from Deft with the Featherstorm, but they're unable to get any more kills, but still. His first ult of the season is an airball, but still. Plenty of opportunities, and they do have control here of this Drake.
It's crazy to see a Kayle,
yeah,
early game Kayle.
I guess
450 extra gold in his pocket.
Yeah, Kingen's just an Effort just lying in wait. Barrel set up, a lot of damage there onto Leona. And now Zeka with a flank angle. Deft also moving on over. And he's 2.5 items as well. I mean, this is a very scary gangplank. As Beryl, I don't know about that one, but Effort's still going to miss him.
Yeah, well,
that's an outcome.
Day one LCK. All right, well, Zeko's looking for a flank. He doesn't have any opportunities.
Yeah, Solar Flare comes on through, Ghost in a whole host of trouble. Empress Divide once again not necessarily hitting the mark as there is so much AoE damage going down, but still, it's a double kill for Ghost. Pyosik getting the resets, but into what zone? Not exactly where he wants to be. Death manages to take a Drake, but DRX lose 3 for the cost of 2.
Yeah, this is still pretty significant for DRX, though. They split the fight, and they make a sacrifice to guarantee Drake. If they don't actually split like that, there's a chance they win the fight. Because, you know, Pyosik has that extra damage. He gets resets easier if Deft is there. But then you end up potentially losing Deft because the collapse is there for Nongshim. You don't get the Drake. Dread looking deep for something.
Yeah, if they get dove here, it's a bit of a problem, but they're not going for... okay. Deft just walks too close to the gangplank and gets obliterated.
Yeah, that was a lot of damage coming out very quickly, and that's what this composition can do. So Kingen's about to hit 16, there it is.
Yeah.
And he's going to get this turret. It's soul point, but not soul. But I do like the move here for Nongshim macro-wise because they just want to slow the game down. Like, okay, yeah, Kingen got one turret topside and just gets overwhelmed by the fact that everyone finishes items. And, you know, this is a very slow meta. We're cresting the 30-minute mark now. And this is where Nongshim should be actually forced.
Nongshim setting up for the Drake as Deft over the wall. That is a gigantic barrel. Cannon Barrage comes down, and by himself, Canna has zoned everyone away from this Dragon Pit. Pyosik can get in there and isn't able to steal away the Dragon, but Nongshim had no idea that he even went in. So it's absolutely fine. Dread manages to make his way out. Okay, well, they are at least starting it. Nongshim trying to get on
look at that
there,
damage.
But yeah, it's going down so extraordinarily quickly, but it shouldn't be a surprise. They have a Kayle who's got so many items. They take the Baron Deft. Now Featherstorming to try and keep himself safe. Effort trying to avoid those feathers, but the Emperor's Divide this time is going to work. Zeka goes golden, but I don't think it's going to be enough to keep him alive as he tries to backflip out, but it doesn't work. Still, 2 kills for a Baron, and I guess DRX can kind of be okay with it, but Nongshim do manage to punish.
And they will get a turret in the mid lane with that Baron buff as well, as Nongshim are trying to split here the defense and the attack. There's a whole inner turret to go through before we get to inhibitor turret territory. They didn't have a big push going on here, so I mean, if DRX trade this is actually fantastic for them, and I think they might be able to do it. Kana is here, though. He's got the barrel wave clear. Not going to happen. Somebody has to defend this, though, and this is why Deft being dead is a huge problem.
Yeah. Well, 10 seconds on Deft, 25 on Zeka. They are going to lose this inhibitor. That is definitely going to happen. But they might actually trade it. Yeah, Kingen is just going to be able to secure that one.
That's
nothing Kana can do.
It's actually insane, and now they're going to get an inner turret down here.
Yeah, what's faster? Like, one Kayle or the entire Nongshim team? Like, I don't know the answer to that one, Wolf. Although it looks, we're just flipping for an Elder, Wolf. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, but that's, I mean,
what
DRX,
it's come down to.
How did we get here? Like, how does DRX even have this chance with this composition at a 40-minute game? It's a question Nongshim is going to have to answer.
Well, that's going to be a lot of damage coming through here. Any free autos that happen from this Kayle are just going to do so much work. Trying to set up the feathers here as well on DRX's side. That is a cannon barrage to come on through as Dread taking a lot of damage. Beryl tries to dive into the back line. The Emperor's Divide onto only Zeka, but he's still trying to fight this one out. The perfect execution is there, as now we're trying to take down this Elder, and it's Pioshik that secures it, and now it's Kingen with an Elder buff, as well as Kayle. He just gets ripped apart, but now Deft is here to try and take them down. BDD, can he be the carry for this team, is the question. Heartbreaker is going to miss, but BDD has no hope against the big old dragon, and now it's just a back from Dread. Pioshik just trying to fight this one out, but yeah, I don't think the back there from Dread is really what's going to win it. I think this is game over, and I think DRX have beaten the odds.
They certainly have. They have no right to win this game with this composition in a 40-minute Elder fight. Nongshim never on the same page together in these critical objective fights, and the Elder fight was no exception. As we'll watch the fireworks
here. This is
here
an epic
Pioshik.
battle. As, okay, Dread is he's burning. Pioshik's still going to chase him, though.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm glad that we get to watch this, as we do have 15 seconds on Canna. Ghost is up pretty soon. This game's probably not over, but Dread is definitely going to die.
Well, they're pushing bottom. They still have that Elder buff, mind you, even though, you know, these respawns are coming through. Kingen has teleport and can join this fight immediately, as you could see here on your screen. So,
yeah, and with
good luck, Nongshim.
Yeah, with the fact that now Dread is also dead, it's staggered backs theoretically, right? Now we've got all 5 minutes.
Look at him delete the barrels.
Here.
No barrels allowed.
Oh my god, Kingen just does so much damage. It's pretty absurd, but
okay,
it looks like DRX
away.
are just going to back off. They've grabbed themselves 2 inhibitors. They want to go get a bit of a reset, grab a bit more money, and then win the game, I assume.
BDD.
Baron is up,
yeah, they just
so now we'll just go back and grab that as well.
2 inhibs. We could just push top and make it 3 and wait for the next Elder to spawn.
Canna, where's your Smeb impression? Let's do it. Let's do it. 2 HP. Oh, it went down to 36. That's scary throughout this game. And sometimes weird item builds don't matter. Sometimes compositions even don't matter if you just play better. Cannon Barrage comes through. That is going to try and clear out these minions. Nongshim well and truly on the back foot. You can see every time a bit of this AoE sneaks through, Nongshim just takes so much damage. And look at Def. Now with 6 items complete. Doesn't really matter what build you've got as long as it gives you some AD and some relevant stats.
It's just been, I mean, really phenomenal play from DRX. I see why people have been so scared of this team in scrims now. It feels like a scrim. Like, let's see if we can beat this team with the late game comp, with our inferior comp in the late game. Yeah. Feels like a scrim.
Oh, We're watching. Another Glacial Fissure going wide. Hasn't been the greatest game here for Effort, and he's just going to get taken down. Def with Featherstorm available, and now also has the ult from Kayle. These wallets are getting pretty heavy. However, they're now at the wrong side of the turret. Def taking a lot of damage. Here's now Canna trying to get on forward. You can see now they're just trying to get around this Nexus. Where are we? Where are we going? Well, they're going to be fine. I mean, look, they own this part of the map, right? There are no inhibitors available, so I guess it works out.
I think that was a little bit overzealous and flashy from DRX, but they're still in a position to win this game.
Yeah.
The final turret here on the outside will fall. BDD.
They literally took the roundabout way of killing the inhibitor turret top lane. That's
be able to make the same sort of cross-map impact. They could also just try to trade Elder for Nexus, but the macro decision DRX has to make is very complicated. They're a little bit slow to set up for this.
Yeah, Canna standing on top of his barrel. Pioshik going to take a fair bit of damage from it, but this is now being started. Zeka in the area. You can see Kingen trying to figure out exactly what he wants to do. BDD sitting on his teleport, as is Kingen. And now we're going to go 4v4, looking to try and get this flip happening. It is going to be secured by Nongshim, but can they win the ensuing fight is the question. Already Zeka has taken down Effort, and Canna is being taken as well. As BDD trying to get the work done, but it doesn't work. Zeka just out of dragon range, and now Dread's trying to get his work done, but Kingen is just a raid boss, a monster, and DRX will ace them and will finally win the game.
That you and I were the ones shaking our heads at the Kayle pick. You and I were saying, well, I don't know about this. It doesn't fit the comp. It doesn't fit the late game. How is it going to come together? And I tell you what,
320 gold in his pocket early. He had a free early mid. He came into the late game extremely powerful, and he's with split pushing, with prepping waves, going to basically single-handedly take this game by himself. DRX in a 47-minute game are going to close it out against Gangplank, Azir, Draven.
Oh my god, Kingen will finish off this Nexus. The Kale reigns supreme, demonstrates that late game prowess. But that game was a mess.
It was a big mess.